Hello sleepyheads, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Remy and I make ASMR videos. For today's video, I'm going to be doing another what I ate video. I usually do them in pretty long intervals, like my last one was what I ate in 2021. Of course, not like definitively, like that wasn't everything I ate, but just showing you things I thought were interesting enough to record during 2021. It wasn't quite the end of 2021 when I put that together, so I said I would keep filming during the holidays and eventually show you what I ate during the holiday season. And I kind of just kept going, kept recording my food here and there. Obviously not everything I ate, just a showcase of some more memorable or maybe even more typical meals, like typical for me. So either like showing you this is what I often eat, or like this is a special occasion kind of thing. So meals of note in one way or another. So this is kind of picking up where I left off. This is what I've eaten so far in 2022, but also includes that holiday season tail end of 2021. So we're gonna get right into it. I do want to say, like I've already mentioned in past videos of this kind, why I don't like to do what I ate in a day or even what I ate in a week. Like I don't like to do conclusive showcases of what I ate in like a small interval, a small amount of time. In short, I think that it plays into and is too easily used as a tool of diet culture, and even more detrimentally ED symptomology, how ED manifests. I'm not going to go any further into that. You can check out my past videos if you want more information on my past like food related videos, but it is a good moment to, as always, as I want to do every time I bring up food to this extent, just remind you to check in with yourself. If you do have a disordered or even just a stressful, a troubled relationship with food, troubled is very negative, but if it's something you're working on or something with which you're currently struggling, just check in with yourself at this moment in time. Is this something you need to be watching? I just want it to be relaxing and maybe even a little entertaining or, interesting. Just either fun or relaxing, or hopefully some combination thereof. So if it's something more negative than that for you, stands to be harmful to you, please go ahead and skip this video. That would make me happy. More so than getting the view from you, okay? I don't need the view. It would make me happy to know that you are taking care of yourself in this way. It's really important. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of the things I've eaten since, I'd say, last November, last holiday season. Great. So this video starts a day or so before Thanksgiving. We were touching down at my mom's extended family's house in Arizona, and this gorgeous salad with pickled onions was awaiting us, along with buffalo cauliflower and some incredible vegan chili. And here it is at the table with some vegan cheese on top. And there's that beautiful salad again. She also made us a pie. I think the filling was cherry, and she made the top from Pillsbury crescent rolls. Very clever. Here she is drizzling her icing made from scratch, just confectioner's sugar and water all over the top. It was so tasty, but we actually didn't make much of a dent because we were so full from dinner. So I was eating itty bitty little pieces just because I couldn't resist, even though I was already stuffed. Thanksgiving dinner itself was lots of veggies, crescent rolls, cranberry sauce, potatoes, and stuffing. The day after Thanksgiving, we went out for a nice lunch, but I thought it was super overpriced. Don't tell my cousins because they really like this place, and I really, really like my cousins. Dinner that night was leftovers. I think you haven't seen the green bean casserole yet, plus we discovered a vegan roast we'd forgotten all about. And then lunch the next day was at a place called Noodleholic. It was a chain, I think, and yet its vegan options blew that fancy place out of the water. And then that night was taco night. So all the fixings, and here are a few I made myself, and then my partner has extra beans on his. Now we're back home in Los Angeles, and you know I had to have a pasta night. No matter how good the food is elsewhere, I just need that in my life at least once a week. Now it's time for some ice cream cake. Here's that fried pie from Magpies. You've seen it before. Oh, okay. Well, you've seen it before, but maybe never all over my bathrobe. Then it's time for another pasta night, and this time with some garlic bread. Always a nice surprise when my partner throws that in the mix, because again, just the pasta itself is my total obsession. So anything extra is above and beyond. I think I'm really enjoying this plating. Even though I've had this like a million times by now. And you know I love steam, so maybe I'm just trying to really capture all that. My partner clearly gave me the better plated, like the cleaner plate, but his still looks pretty gorgeous if you ask me. Look at that steam. Yes, that meat is a paid actor. If you don't know what this is a spicy arrabbiata rigatoni with, I guess all arrabbiata is spicy, but with Beyond Beef. Somehow with all those clips, I still ran out of time to talk about that. And yeah, I don't know where this Thai food is from, but it looks delicious. Okay, so here I'm going to show you my process for making scalloped potatoes. I had made them for my family in Arizona, but I think I wanted to work out some kinks, do a kind of test run, because I was going to make them for my partner's family for the first time for Christmas. So you assemble all your ingredients, chop up some shallots, and ooh, here we go. Gonna get some nice sizzles as the butter melts. And then I add in the shallots. I also add in some garlic, usually just for, you know, a kind of a more complex flavor, because shallots and garlic do taste very different. At least that's my feeling. Okay, so I'm just stirring to get the aromatics going in a nice saute. And at this point, my kitchen smells so good. I'm not going to show you every step, so this is not, you know, in real time. But they've started to brown a little bit. Like, I do leave them alone for a little bit so that they can brown, but I also don't want them to burn. And we don't have the best cookware, so things aren't super consistent. It looks like a lot of butter. The recipe calls for a lot, but it ends up balancing out when you add in the other ingredients. Like these 3 tablespoons of flour. Look how perfect they are. They're a total pain to mix in. You know, it's always hard when you're adding dry ingredients to wet, especially flour, because it's so fine and creates little pockets, and you definitely don't want someone to get a mouthful of flour. And they won't necessarily break up on their own, so you do have to go in there and really, really whisk them apart. I've got my potatoes washed and ready to be cut into little coins, and I'm keeping them in cold water so the bits without skin don't turn brown. The nutritional yeast is more prone to just kind of falling apart on its own. It's not so fine. It's a lot easier to mix in. I like to use a lot because it gives the potatoes a really cheesy taste. By this point, I've added in lemon juice, a lot of oregano and dill. Oh, and an earlier step that I didn't film was adding in coconut cream and room temperature water. That all came before the nutritional yeast. And as you can tell, the flour and just some good old-fashioned cook time together have helped this really thicken up. The sauce is getting really nice and creamy. So I can turn off the heat and start assembling my coins into a nice spiraled base layer, onto which I'll layer some sauce before creating another spiral, if that makes sense. But first I'm just really stirring so the browned bits integrate, and I think showing off how nice it's turned out. So I'm glad to have another chance to explain this. You just want sauce to be between the layers, and you want to overlap these coins that are about 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch thick, just on their edges, just a little overlap, not just for the look of the dish. Of course, it's very pretty, but it also plays an important part in the texture, because all those little crevices mean that some areas are getting really crisp and really browned, and others are staying nice and soft and gooey where some sauce gets trapped. And each bite is different. Okay, here it is fresh out of the oven. I cook it for hours and hours, kind of like twice baked. Like I really just want it to get as crispy and brown as possible. So for this night, because it's not for a holiday, we're just having dinner, I'm also cooking up some Beyond Meat patties. Nice sizzling there as well. Just a bit of garlic and lemon pepper seasoning. Okay, so here's our dinner. A nice, gooey, messy plate. It's no longer pretty at all, but it's worth the mess. Like any good casserole. And as you can tell, we finished almost an entire pan the first night, so I was feeling pretty good about making it for Christmas. Okay, so sometime in the next few days, we had a dinner of much lighter fare. I think those are green lentils, and my partner made an artichoke. I can't get enough artichoke, and he makes them so yummy with butter and garlic. So I don't even feel like I need a dipping sauce or mayonnaise or anything like that. Okay, this is going to be controversial perhaps. My partner went to Universal Studios with his father and brought me back a jelly-filled donut, a vegan donut. They have a few vegan offerings. I was so happy to be thought of, and I loved the way it looked. But I did not enjoy it. I didn't think it was a very good donut. Maybe it was near the end of the day and it was a bit stale. But yeah, I think Donut Friend is better. Okay, this is major comfort food for me. Just tricolor rotini. This Garden Delight kind is supposedly made with vegetables, and it's extra nostalgic for me. Lightly buttered, and I dip it in ketchup. I know, but if you enjoy French fries with ketchup, I don't think this is that far off, and it's just so comforting to me. Time for some yummy Thai food. I miss this place. We don't go as much anymore unless we have time to eat there, because it got to the point where they were using so much plastic in their to-go stuff. But I got some cow soy, sticky rice, my partner got some noodles, and this is the fried chicken, the vegan fried chicken burrito from Tacos to Madre. I was trying it for the first time. My partner got the banh mi burrito. I still prefer the tofu banh mi burrito, but this was pretty good. We also haven't been to this place in a hot minute since they raised a lot of their prices. My partner made a fantastic pasta night, some sort of buttered, garlicky tempeh pasta, and a salad and garlic bread that was more like garlic crostinis. Like, I think that bread was really stale, so they were basically giant croutons. I didn't mind at all. So this is a bagel on which my partner's performed surgery because the schmear was too heavy. I couldn't handle it. It gave me the ick. And okay, so let's be honest, some nights are not very aesthetic. This is a scrounge night. My partner's having 3 pieces of bread with peanut butter, and I'm having these instant noodles I got at World Market, and the 2 different drinks are about to blow up my spot that these were in fact 2 separate nights. But don't worry too much about us. It was just a few days later that we had lunch at one of my favorite restaurants, Hope. That's H-O-P-E. Then I was spoiled with another pasta night. I'm really into kombucha at this point in time. My best friend has yet to tell me how bad the acid is for your teeth. I still drink it, just a little more sparingly than you're seeing at this moment in time. So this is one of the most decadent vegan pizzas available in Los Angeles. It's Sage Bistro's Buffalo Cauliflower Pizza with vegan mozzarella and ranch and pesto. See that ranch drizzle and arugula. If the cauliflower is throwing you off, let me just say this is in no way like a health food pizza. It's super decadent, so tasty, flavor explosion, and then we got the fried ravioli as well. You know, I'm really enjoying a meal when I whip out a silly filter, because in my mind I'm like, this is so good, it needs to be immortalized like a colorized old-timey silent film. Here's a sampling of the Christmas candy my sister sent me. Magic cookies and Buckeye balls. You'll see more of that later. Okay, it's time time for more silly filters, obviously indicating another momentous food moment. I'm making here the scalloped potatoes for my partner's family Christmas, 2 big trays, and in my mind at this moment in time they've turned out really well, which makes it even more sad to recollect that no one really ate them. People didn't really give them a chance. It's a long story, but yeah, 14 or so people, only a couple even tried them. And the sting of it all couldn't be mollified even by vegan cupcakes. I'm just kidding, forgiven, forgotten. But we did have a lot of leftover scalloped potatoes, which was fine. You know, we do love them, but they were a lot of work. So we do wish people had given them a chance. And on this night, my partner made a soup from scratch with mushrooms. I was obsessed with how it glistened. And on another night, we got this buffalo cauliflower appetizer and a pizza from a different eatery, not the same pizzeria from which we got the buffalo cauliflower pizza. It's interesting. They packed the buffalo sauce separately rather than tossing the cauliflower in it. I understand cauliflower can get soggy in transit, but they don't really worry about that even with the sauciest pizzas. And it kind of took away from the experience to have to DIY that. Okay. Another heaping serving of my absolute favorite pasta, and I love when the rigatoni is short like this, kind of like mezzi rigatoni. Okay, here we have another spicy soup night. That piece of sourdough bread is just to tide me over because there is garlic bread coming, you'll see in a moment, and a treasure trove of sausage and potatoes at the bottom of each bowl. I know that I use way too many paper towels. I just want to name that. I'm getting better about it over time, but it is one of the more visible aspects of my mental illness. Not an excuse, just an explanation. Okay, on this night, my partner really knocked my socks off. He made vegan lasagna. I guess I don't need to keep qualifying that anything you're seeing just the two of us eating in our apartment is going to be vegan. But he made the filling from scratch, a kind of ricotta, spinach. I think everything is from scratch except obviously he didn't make the pasta. We don't have a pasta maker. And he didn't make the sauce, I don't think. He's so good at seasoning and roasting veggies. I loved this squash so much. The whole dinner was so special I had to take about 47 separate videos. Another takeout night from HOPE. That's an acronym actually for healthy, organic, positive eating. And then another pasta night. He lit some candles to distinguish it from all the other pasta nights, and clearly it worked because look who whipped out a filter. Yeah, I think the candles and the steam, it was all too much, too many of my favorite things. And then our sweet little Christmas tree. Last year, its name was Clara. I think on this night my partner did a simplified version of the soup. We just scrounged some Trader Joe's samosas from the back of our freezer, and he added some spices to just a can of chicken noodle soup. And then I added Tabasco because I'm uncultured and obsessed with vinegar. Okay, this is my partner's breakfast sandwich, like a bagel sandwich with cucumber and some sort of schmear, pickled onions, and then I just had an onion bagel and scallion cream cheese because that's what they invented mouthwash for, okay? I don't know what the point of this was. This is just a jar of marinated artichokes, the kind that my partner sometimes uses for pasta nights. I think maybe I just thought the packaging was cute. And here we are again. I brought these from our grocery haul over to the couch to tap on them and crinkle them. I guess I just realized that Trader Joe's has cute packaging or something like that. Maybe I'll weigh in.
This packaging is so cute.
Yep, there you have it. So strange. I don't know what she's doing. Moving briskly on to another pasta night. This one, oh, okay, now she's gonna show you her nails. I don't know why I'm a mess in all these clips. Want to see a magic trick? Bam. Pretty cool, huh? So my partner made me a healthy snack for after dinner just 'cause he did mix the cinnamon and sugar into the peanut butter, but don't tell anyone. Spicy, steamy soup and way too many paper towels. This little glass bottle with an immunity shot heralds our arrival. into Northern California for a little trip. We stopped by Soul Food and had some limonata fresca, some plantains. My partner had a veggie sandwich. I had plantains with the frijoles, and then I also got this super sweet dessert dish with fried yellow plantains called maduros. My partner is drowning his sandwich in pique sauce. Unlike when I do this with Tabasco, this is an approved part of the experience. Next, we stopped by our favorite sushi restaurant in San Francisco, Shizen, and got the ramen and the spicy tuna tempura roll. And it was, of course, an occasion for my corny filters. And then the next morning, we got these little buns. I think there's a lemon one, and then a jalapeno cheddar one, and a rosemary and olive one. You can see the glaze on the lemon one. That one was for my partner. He loves lemon pastries. Then we were back home, and it was time to get serious about working our way through the 12 tons of Christmas candy my sister generously made and sent us. Honestly, it was not a problem because I was obsessed with the magic cookies, even more so than the fudge and the Buckeye balls she sent. This was the real winner for me, as you can tell by the fact that I did not feel the need to split up this chunk that was about the size of my fist. My partner made a pesto pasta with tempeh. So tasty. There's artichoke in this as well. We just can't get enough artichoke. Nor, apparently, can we get enough of this manicure. Such a weirdo. A nice light night with chili seasoned corn, lentils, salad, and glazed tofu. What do you know? Kombucha and rigatoni. It's kind of like a mix of carbonara and arrabbiata, what we do. And by that, I mean what my partner does. Okay, so just a little glimpse of some Thai food, some vegan beef jerky. Love that chewy texture. I think you've seen it before. And some tom kha gai. I think I was alone that night. And then I was definitely not alone this night because, what do you know, another pasta night. Just trying to show the reality of my same foods obsessions. Wow, okay, so it's a little worse than I thought. I think on this night he added either capers or lentils. Another Hope takeout night. I'm obsessed with their beefless. That's what they call their beef option. So juicy. And here we went out for Thai food. I got the shiitake curry with brown rice. We shared a Thai iced tea, and my partner got, I think, the garlic noodles. On this night, he made some really easy open-faced wraps from pita and some veggies and hummus and some lentils. And then we had these scallion pancakes from Trader Joe's, a little too doughy, not as good as the ones I've had, in restaurants, but we love their gyoza. Mysterious burrito night. This is definitely the SF style corn crust pizza that we sometimes get from Sprouts. This is the spicy mushroom flavor. And then this was my birthday brunch. So good at a place called Millie's on Sunset Boulevard. We don't go very often, but their eggs Benedict are fantastically decadent. My partner's got a breakfast burrito. Okay, so you may have seen in another video this birthday dinner. It was obscene. Just obscene. So much sushi from a place called Gokoku near Universal Studios. So we had gone to the park for the day, and then we got this on our way out of the area. I can't even go through everything we got. It was just, see for yourself, but it was fantastic. I'll remember that meal on my deathbed. But that wasn't even the full extent of the birthday treats. I got this candy bar at a vegan grocery. I always love Gomax. We stopped on our way to pick up the sushi, and we also got 2 artisanal vegan cheeses and some crackers. We were being very optimistic. This is a Chardonnay cheddar. And then we got this very realistic brie. If you ever have the opportunity to try small batch artisanal vegan cheese, I really recommend it. Even if you don't like the packaged options out there, it comes a lot closer to the real thing in my opinion. We just did not have room on my birthday after the sushi dinner, so we enjoyed it in the days after. And then it looks like we just supplemented one night with some fresh rolls and peanut sauce from a local Thai restaurant. and some kombucha, and then another pasta night. By this point, my partner had gotten into the habit of using tempeh for the protein whenever he made a butter sauce, just for some variety. And then we returned to Gokoku. We wanted to try the spicy mushroom ramen and retry 2 rolls that had been coming to us in our dreams. Then we needed to try to save some money and eat out of our freezer a little bit. We definitely needed to be rid of those scallion pancakes and waste not, want not. Then my partner made this really interesting soup. It was on the thinner side, so it definitely left us a little hungry. Other than that, I thought it was fantastic with jalapeno and corn, I think some quinoa. The broth was incredible. He just seasoned it in such a subtle way. I couldn't get enough. I was lapping it up. Then I was out east past San Bernardino for a photo shoot with a friend, and we stopped at a vegan Chinese food restaurant, and the menu was huge, full of so many things I'd never tried before. She's not vegan, but she was so willing to try anything. We loved that egg drop soup and that meat dish made from king oyster mushrooms. My partner made me another spicy soup night. I love to put fried onions on top for a little extra crunch. And he makes the soup extra spicy. You can see it brimming with like chili powder. And then he made me this non-alcoholic strawberry drink. I felt very lucky. Another day, another lunch at a Thai restaurant. This day we must have been feeling extra indulgent. We got separate Thai iced teas and I got the pad Thai. Then on another day, from a different Thai restaurant, we got these hot wings. I sometimes like to have tom kha kai with my sticky rice if I'm craving something more sour than most curries. It's my little menu hack. Then another night from Frozen. This is a very standard meat lovers pizza from Sprouts, not even as expensive as the corn crust kind. And my partner's putting nutritional yeast on it because he's such a goddamn vegan. And it's a day ending in Y, so I apparently was craving some pasta. I don't know what this energy is. I guess I'm too excited to contain. Oh my gosh, I'm a criminal. I was working from home at my friend's house, so working from her home, and she kept fixing me these amazing snacks. Fresh cut fruit with tahini. She'd just whip up a spicy cucumber salad. I'm so spoiled, especially as someone who struggles to prepare fresh food for herself. And then I went home and got spoiled by my partner, who made another delicious pesto pasta with tempeh, followed soon after by another traditional pasta night. I dumped a lot of Parmesan on mine. I did some volunteer work, and the lunch was catered by Mendocino Farms. They had this vegan banh mi sandwich on ciabatta. It was very mustardy, but very, very tasty. And on this night, we got burgers from Monty's for the first time in a while. Their fries are good, but I think this was the night we realized Monty's is our least favorite burger joint, which just shows you how good the competition is in Los Angeles right now for vegan burgers. The shakes also weren't very good. I prefer the chocolate shake from Honeybee Burger because it reminds me of the Frosty from Wendy's. Still, a bad night of vegan burgers is still better than most nights. On this day, my partner made me breakfast with some seasoned avocado on top of some hash browns. I think there's some tofu hidden in there somewhere. And then I'm back for more shiitake curry, and my partner got his usual noodles. On this day, my partner surprised me in the shower. He was like, "Here, I made you some overnight oats with apples." I think he was very worried at this point in time that I wasn't eating enough breakfast. So now we've gone to that Thai restaurant that uses a lot of plastic in their to-go packaging. I'm enjoying the khao soi. He's having the pho. And then we got some treats. I got this white chocolate bar. My partner got the orange milk chocolate. He loved what he got. The white chocolate was not very good. I don't like orange chocolate, so I'm not a good judge, but he was very happy with this. And what on earth is this? My best guess is Trader Joe's freezer clean out with a side of lentils. Then some more fresh rolls. You know I love fresh rolls with romaine. And ooh, it looks like I got some pad thai as well. On this night, we're having pierogies. If you've seen my other videos, you know I'm obsessed with pierogies dipped in spicy soy sauce, and on this night I had some orange juice as well. So we were trying a restaurant that has since closed, which is tragic because these meaty kind of breakfast bowls were incredible. It was called the Good Good. He got the falafel bowl and I got one called meat and potatoes. I love my partner's salads. This one has a kind of tofu feta, apples, goddess dressing, and when he makes corn, he uses a lot of the same spices that you would in a crab boil. So tasty. Another pasta night, gal surprise. Oh, look at all that sauce coming out of that noodle. So my partner loves to go around Los Angeles trying different bagel sandwiches. Here he's made me a cinnamon milk drink inspired by horchata, even though obviously a lot more goes into authentic horchata made from rice. And this is actually the same night. He made green beans with pierogies and my favorite spicy dipping sauce. He just made me the drink as a kind of a pre-dinner treat. I was still working on it when the food hit the table. I just want to say again how lucky I feel to be taken care of in this way. I do feel like it's been pretty life-changing for me. On this day, he really wanted to try a new empanada place in Burbank. We tried all their vegan empanadas, and I got the tortilla soup. And here we are back at our Thai restaurant having their delicious Thai iced tea. There are so many amazing vegan Thai restaurants in Los Angeles. Another salad night. I think that was tempeh that I pointed to. And as you can tell, my partner's getting really good at glazing and browning that gyoza. Speaking of vegan Thai restaurants, the lentil quesadilla at this place is second to none. And you already know I love their shiitake curry. My partner used to live closer to this place, and we used to go a lot more often. Those were the days. I think on this night I requested an extra nutritious dinner. So I think that's quinoa, some jackfruit, some sauteed bell peppers, and electrolytes. And another night of Gokoku takeout and my partner's burgeoning obsession with their ramen. Okay, I need you to brace yourself for something kind of gross. I'm trying to do my part and show you like a realistic selection of meals. Some of them are going to be gross looking leftovers, cold out of the fridge, splattered on the counter. This is day old cow soy. And in that same vein of realism, some nights you don't have the energy to do anything at all. So you pick up a bag of snacks and plop down on the couch. And then other nights you get very lucky and someone cooks you some pasta. I hope. That's what I hope for you. Okay, so this was one of my early attempts to start making my own matcha lattes. You'll get an update on that later. Back for some fresh rolls. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is from a chain in Los Angeles called Magpies, and all around the edge, that's vegan honeycomb. Incredible. And chocolate shell and rainbow sprinkles. This very short glimpse is a restaurant we tried in the San Diego area. They had a really good tomato soup. And then this is a maple frosted bagel, a raised bagel from Donut Friend. Oh my goodness, no it's not. That's a donut. And here we are at Gokoku. My goal this year is to dine at restaurants more if we're going to be paying for food that we don't make. I'd rather not have the takeout waste and, may as well have the experience in the restaurant. Or just make food at home, one or the other. Oh, speaking of which, I do really miss takeout from this spot. Their tomka is so tasty, so spicy. I mean, look at that. Maybe we'll dine in soon. This salad was terrible and overpriced and the only vegan food available in a building where my partner was getting his passport renewed. Okay, this is just a really easy capellini night, seasoned, lightly buttered, I think some nutritional yeast, and one of those delicious salads. And then this is a very familiar sight to you. Are you bored by now? I think I spy some mushrooms in there. Maybe they're olives. Oh, I love when he adds olives. And then takeout Gokoku. I'm having the spicy mushroom ramen. We're sharing a roll. That's become our kind of go-to order. And my partner, I think, has been trying the garlic jalapeno ramen. No, that's the spicy mushroom ramen there. I think in another video I showed you this grocery haul. It was for the 4th of July. So some of this may be familiar to you. There's a gorgeous plum. I love stone fruit. And my partner made us some hot dogs, fully loaded for the holiday. We just spent it at home watching movies together. Yummy white onions. Ooh, some sort of saute on top. So good. Then some sort of little wraps in the general shape of soft shell tacos, but I think inside it's just like, yep, just fresh veggies, maybe some hummus. I don't know why I was showing you my nails. Ooh, that looks really tasty. And now for something very different, a pasta night with a side of bread. Please try to contain your excitement. Then we have some pierogies and a salad with some chickpeas this time for that amino acid boost. And on this day, when we went for our morning coffee and matcha, we treated ourselves to a cinnamon roll from Sage as well. Always reminds me of the time I was choking on a cinnamon roll and he had to pull over very quickly in traffic. Their stickiness can be deadly. On this night, I seem to be mixing things up with some fried spring rolls and some yellow curry for a big change. Here we have takeout from Hope, and I'm so glad I can show you the Muay Thai wing kicks because they are juicy, tangy, spicy, fantastic. Here's a big salad night as part of my partner's ongoing initiative to have me eat more greens, more fruit, so my eyeballs don't fall out. And as a continuation of that effort, I'm having a peach and some cucumber and some hummus. I'm sure I sent him a picture of this and was like, look. Look, you don't need to worry so much. I'm doing it. I think I showed you these clips in one of my unintentional style videos. And then we have a big pierogi night with some salad. Again, we're on a big kick. And some seltzers. Here we have a night from Monty's. Again, I think it takes us a couple tries to come to a consensus in terms of not returning to a restaurant, and I think my partner wanted to give their chicken sandwich another go. A nice night to cook from frozen. Some fried rice, some gyoza, done and done. Oh, and on this night we were trying a frozen yogurt shop. Where was this? Somewhere near Dodger Stadium, I think. And of course my partner got fruit on his, which you don't have to be a health nut to do. I guess I just don't relate to putting fruit on my ice cream this time of night. But, oh, I think I wanted to show you how well this matcha turned out. Look how frothy and how green. How green was my matcha? At this point, we were house sitting for a couple who lived 2 hours from Los Angeles. And my partner wanted to fix me a pasta night as if we were home. He got me a cream soda as well. This was our dinner companion. So cute. And they had the most amazing garden, as did their neighbors who gifted us some of their prairie fire tomatoes. And in spite of all this loveliness, we were very excited to get back to our lives in Los Angeles, starting with some celebratory Thai iced tea. And I feel like we'd eaten at an awkward time, so that night we had some leftovers from that restaurant. At work, I was offered some vegan calamari, and it was sensational. Here we are eating in at Hope, so you can get a little bit of a sense of the restaurant. My partner has a big vat of tom kha kai, a food obsession I am very proud to have introduced to his life. This looks like the garlic noodles and pepper steak from a Thai place in West Hollywood. Nothing to see here. I'm actually very proud that I made myself food and left to my own devices. This is the burger spot I like a lot more, even though they're pricey. I think they're in like the greater Wilshire area, maybe closer to Melrose. That chocolate shake is so good. Another pasta night. Doesn't this look amazing? And we are still very much in our Gokoku era. This looks like a particularly indulgent night, so we must have been celebrating something. I love getting sides of spicy mayo. I do wish they didn't package the broth separately. More pasta, and on this night my partner made me a drink by blending hazelnuts. He's always experimenting in the kitchen. I think he gets a lot of fun out of it, which is great for me. This creation is inspired by ramen, though of course the real thing is very specific. He just did his own version. Here's some ice cream from Cocobella Creamery. I think now it's called Dear Bella. I got the churro flavor. A little too decadent for me. I prefer scoops. And here we're trying plant power in Hollywood. They have an organic soda fountain. I got the blueberry soda and a fish fillet, and he got a chicken sandwich. Compared to the 2 other burger spots you've seen, this is the most affordable. I call this next meal Van Gogh Koku because we got Gokoku after seeing the Van Gogh exhibit. Another pasta night, and you're gonna see a lot of cream soda bottles. There's another on this soup night. My partner bought me like a 6-pack of cream soda, so I'm working my way through it in the next few segments. I don't know what this soup is, but it looks incredible. Look at those long slices of tofu. Here is a banh mi burrito, the tofu banh mi burrito from Tacos Tu Madre. I like their habanero salsa. We both modified the burrito to have no carrots, no kale. My partner's allergic to carrots, and the kale tends to be a little oily. A little glimpse of a pizza night out. Lots of jalapenos, lots of peppers on this pizza. This was a failure. We set a goal of researching recipes and only spending $20 each for 2 weeks of groceries and cooking at home, no eating out. And that was a huge success. I'm still very proud. But this pasta was so dry and so gross. And it was my idea, this protein pasta with hummus sauce. These are just those gyoza you've seen before. And I'm just cooking them up as a side to the main dish I'm making, which is cashew pineapple fried rice, one of my partner's favorite dishes. I first learned to make it because he liked it so much at a restaurant, and I didn't think it was fair to suggest that we go 2 weeks without eating out if I weren't willing to do a little cooking myself. So that's what I did. He really liked it, and there was enough for seconds, thirds, fourths, and even leftovers. And then we returned to this burger joint because I couldn't get that chocolate milkshake out of my head. My partner got the vanilla milkshake. I think growing up he used to mix vanilla and strawberry, and he loves chicken sandwiches. I think he tried a different kind that day, like a spicy Nashville sandwich. For this soup, I'm not entirely sure what the ingredients were, and I don't want to insult the chef by giving you wrong information, but I'm sure it was spicy and I'm sure it was delicious. Okay, and here, this restaurant surprised us with 2 free Thai iced teas, which is such a nice thing. It's just, it was early evening and we were way too caffeinated for our movie. Here we have, once again, those garlic noodles with that pepper steak and a lot of sauce you can see pooling at the bottom, which I enjoy better than the opposite problem, which we've had sometimes, of not enough sauce if we order too close to closing. I like those crunchy bits on top. And then my partner brought me home this treat from Erewhon. His boss offered us some treats. We've actually never set foot in an Erewhon still. And he made me a yummy salad to go with it. And then this is, again, a very nutritious hodgepodge. Looks like lentils, spinach, avocado, cilantro. And this was the first night he made me this lavash wrap with, I think, rice and lentils, cucumber, and some sauteed mushrooms, and then a spicy hummus. Oh my gosh, I became addicted. I started hassling him for this meal like every few days, because it was what we call cheap and cheerful, but the real reason was that I was hyperfixated. Oops, just gotta wipe down the camera because this bowl of pasta is just too steamy. I think this is a very simple pasta, lightly buttered, lightly seasoned, and I think I spy some tempeh. Do you see it? Okay, so this is takeout from Millie's, some pancakes and a breakfast burrito to share, and our friend's dog, who wanted some but couldn't have any. We were just eating lunch while watching her. And then we have another pasta night. Please tell me I'm not alone. Is there something that you eat once a week, every week, and never tire of? Then this is a bunch of gyoza and tofu on a bed of arugula. Very interesting plating. But I'm sure it was delicious, and oh my goodness, I can see some sausage chunks in this very spicy soup. And yes, of course, we've got some crispy onions to throw on top. Wow, look at all that chili pepper. I guess it's cayenne. Look at all that cayenne in there. Oh, I guess I wanted you to see the potatoes and the sausage at the bottom because it's a much heartier soup. This particular one my partner started making me during lockdown, and I still request to this day. It's much heartier than it looks. Okay, so now I've worked my way through some of the broth, and you can see all the chunks, all the treasure at the bottom. This is a scrounge night. We've got some spring rolls and some gyoza, perfectly browned. And then we have the garlic noodles. I'm eating them in the restaurant, and my partner is having some pad thai. This is when my partner was in Scotland and I was having some serious pasta withdrawal. So I wanted to find something easy that was different enough that I wouldn't just miss what he makes me, because there's no comparison. So I found these vegan ricotta and spinach ravioli at Trader Joe's, and now he really likes them too, just as a less labor-intensive option. Here we have some buffalo hot wings with ranch, and we both got the pad thai. I thought it was kind of bad on this night. Get ready to see a lot of this ravioli. Here my partner has paired it with some broccoli. My partner makes them soft but still crispy, really juicy with a crunch. He can make a broccoli lover out of anyone. I used to hate broccoli. This is Thanksgiving, another year gone by. We are making scalloped potatoes. We have recovered emotionally, and we are taking them to my boss's house. And he's made a gluten-free apple crumble. He modified and veganized his grandmother's blueberry crumble recipe because they requested we bring dessert, and we just wanted to show them the scalloped potatoes to show them what's possible in the world of veganism. And they were much more keen to try them than the crowd last year, like the year before. So this is 2022, and this video started with 2021, if you can even believe it. So now I was on a broccoli kick, and my partner decided to make me like a pound of it, as well as a really yummy glazed tofu. Here is a pepperoni pizza from that same place from which we sometimes get the one with the chili peppers and the jalapenos, you know that one. And then this is that ravioli with some asparagus. This asparagus was, I don't know what was up with it, but it wouldn't cook through. It was really tough, by no fault of my partner's. Like, he trimmed them and everything, but half of each piece you would chew and chew like a cow on cud. My precious soup and some delicious garlic bread. Nothing better than dipping bread in soup, right? And he decided to make sure we would have many slices a piece, pieces a person, however you want to say it. And then we have the ravioli. He's trying new things with seasoning them. And then we have some broccoli, not as saucy as usual, but still a treat. On this day, we stopped by a vegan-friendly pub in Burbank. I got the street meat sausage, and my partner got the banh mi sandwich. And then we went back to Plant Power and got some like Butterfinger McFlurry equivalents, though they're called something else for legal reasons, I'm sure. This was our Chinese food dinner for Christmas Eve, just the two of us. Our tree this year was named Slim. And here's a cookie, a rainbow sprinkle sugar cookie my partner brought home from set. It was so soft, it was practically just dough. I loved it. This was our New Year's Eve. We decided to stay in and treat ourselves to ravioli and 3 different vegetables. That was our idea of a good time this year, to have broccoli, asparagus, and artichoke. Really, it was for me, because I love the way my partner cooks vegetables, and as I'm getting older, I'm enjoying them more. And we're having Martinelli's. I think he had a beer as well, but I was just keeping it non-alcoholic, because you know me, when we have unlimited juice, this party is going to be off the hook. What's that a reference to? Please put it in the comments. Here we have a steaming plate of glazed tofu and broccoli, and then a really creamy salad because that avocado is just perfect. Ready to go. And this steam is thrilling me, you know it is. And look how well it transitions into this equally steamy clip. This was a scrounge night, so my partner was throwing together some lentils and and some beans. Are those kidney beans? I don't even know. And then some capellini. And then this cookie is one of the thrills of my year. My best friend sent my partner a dozen vegan cookies for his birthday, and he very kindly gave the white chocolate macadamia nut one to me because I hadn't had one of those since going vegan. Here we have the gyoza. He's really perfected them by this point. Like, that looks like furniture varnish. That glaze is so perfect, it doesn't look real. And then another lovely salad. And this night was a scrounge night. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just some golden potatoes and some crispy glazed tofu, a little more of a crunch than usual, which I really liked, kind of blackened. Here we have the ravioli, seasoned to perfection. And here I'm making myself a full pan of gyoza, and I just want to let you hear the sizzle and enjoy that with me. This is recent, and I'm getting really good at making my matcha at home. I thought you'd be proud. On this night, I was left to my own devices, so I very desperately roasted a potato and loaded it with vegan Caesar dressing and nutritional yeast and sriracha. Very weird, very desperate. And here is a Jolly Llama ice cream cone you may recognize from lockdown. I had not had one since then, and it nearly bowled me over, the sense memories. And then we have another heaping plate of ravioli and another night of garlic noodles and pepper steak. I've started ordering it with the carrots again, even though it makes my partner's lips tingle when I kiss him. He got the tamka and we shared the hot wings. And here is one of those Trader Joe's bonbons. That means we're getting near the end, because if you watched my last video, you know I've only recently started buying those. This may not look like much. In fact, it may look a little gross. My partner brought this home from a set for me. He's working on Joker 2, and I think Joaquin Phoenix has requested that it be a vegan set. So the tofu was really good, the rice was really good. The veggies were just okay, but what makes this so special to me is we like to joke that Joaquin Phoenix is king of the vegans. So as far as meals go, this one is a pretty big deal in my book. And that brings us to this dinner at Gokoku. This clip is from only last night, because after a few days of editing this video, I was craving some sushi, and my partner made his own ramen, and then I tried the crispy fire tofu. It was all delicious, even though the sushi could have used a little more rice. I will say, I think I'm getting so spoiled by my partner's cooking that I'm not enjoying eating out as much as I used to, which I can't even believe I'm saying, but he's become my favorite restaurant in town. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true. Okay, so that's everything. Not everything, but that's everything I filmed. So thank you all so much for watching and listening. Sorry for this truck. I hope you get lots and lots of good REM sleep, and as always, I hope all your dreams are sweet.